This is an issue that really matters, I think, to the people of Wales. There's a lot of passion around it, and there's a lot of work to do around it. I mean, I think we've trying as a government to take it very seriously. You're aware that we have our own river summits where we're trying to address these issues. And the one thing that has really come across to me in listening to you this morning is it's really, really complicated. It sounds simple, but it's really complicated. And what is important, first of all, is that we get the public on our side, I think. And I think there are lots of the public that are really passionate about this. They are really upset by the state of our rivers. But there are others, frankly, who when you start to look at, right, what are the solutions, if it starts impacting on their lives, that becomes very difficult. So there is a balance that we have to strike here, and there is a degree of convincing that we need to do to a large area of the public. So I think it's really important. I think things like your summit helps with that to engage perhaps a broader group of people. I hope you'll all go back and talk to your communities about some of the things you've heard today. I'm fairly new in as First Minister, and I'm still trying to feel my way through the process, but one of the things that has become clear to me, even after a more generous budget than usual, is that actually we have limitations on what we can do. And we have limitations, not just in terms of budget, but in terms of staffing as well. And one of the messages that I'm giving very clearly to the civil service at the moment is actually stop trying to do so much, because actually we're not landing things. We need to be much more focused on what is it we're trying to land and what is it we're trying to focus. And, you know, we are constantly being asked to do more in Welsh Government, constantly. From all areas of life. And you know, just think about the committee reports we get. You know, we're asked to do hundreds of things in our committee reports on top of all the things we're already done. So my plea to you would be, when you're making your conclusions and when you're making suggestions, you know, please could you be limited in terms of what you're asking and be really specific as well in terms of what is going to make the greatest impact and how. And if we can all try and instill that discipline, I think we're likely to get further. So, you know, 100 ideas that are not going to land, I'd rather see 10 that we can actually deliver. So that would be my plea to you when you're making your conclusions. And obviously, you know, we're all stretched, we're all doing our best. You know, I've heard very clearly the messages around nature-based solutions, and I think there's a huge amount to be said for them. It is complex. It's all very well saying that piece of paper, you know, you've got to do that. You try and change the system, it's pretty damn hard, right? I'm trying. And you have got to remember that we've got safeguards that we've got to keep in place as well. We have regulatory responsibilities. So if you can come up with some clear suggestions in terms of practically, you know, what is it that we can do very specifically to make a difference without giving us hundreds of ideas, I think that will get us further. So, diolch yn fawr iawn I chi. I'm really sorry I can't stay for long. I'm really delighted I've been able to at least come and listen to some of the panellists. I've saw the agenda. It's a really exciting agenda. You've had some real experts address you, and it's great. But again, I'd like to thank the leadership of the Church in Wales. Diolch yn fawr I chi, Eglwys yng Nghymru am eich arweinyddiaeth yn y maes pwysig yma. Thank you.